Hello, my name is Priscilla. I just recently signed up for the Netflix of NCLEX. I had I actually graduated May of 2021, and my first attempt, I failed. And that was after 145 questions. And then that was in June. And then I took it again in, I believe it was August, and then I failed again. And then my third attempt, I took it that weekend of Thanksgiving of last year, and I failed it again. And I also had a lot going on with my family. I had a cousin who passed, and then that same week, and then before I took the NCLEX, and then 3 weeks later, I was going to schedule my NCLEX, and then 3 weeks later, my grandmother died right before Christmas. So it was really hard. It was hard to focus, to concentrate on it. So when I first bought Mo's program, I bought it, I think, the 4th of December. And then all of that happened with my grandma, so I couldn't pull myself through to just study. And finally, I just told myself, okay, I bought the lifetime. So I told myself, okay, right after the holidays, I'm just going to hit it hard, like if it was a full-time job. So starting January 3rd, I began hitting it hard. I started at 5 in the morning. And then I had to take a break at 7 because I had to send my boys to school. I came back to the living room and I just kept going. I took a 1-hour break just for lunch and made phone calls or returned phone calls or whatever, and then headed back to the living room and continued to study. I hit it until 3 o'clock when my kids got home. Then that was my point. Then afterward, it was making dinner and laundry and everything because my husband would not let me work until I passed this NCLEX. He told me I needed to just become focused on just passing this NCLEX and treating it as a full-time job. And that's exactly what I did. And I hit it hard for 3 weeks. On the 4th week, Mo's program, his curriculum or his algorithm, the way that he has things set up is honestly perfect. I had bought in other programs that I bought UWorld twice, unfortunately, because it was a complete waste of time and money. And by that time, I should have already bought in the Mo's program, and I would have passed. And so then that did me no good. And then my friend had told me that she had done Archer review. That didn't happen with me either by the time that I hit the 3rd exam. And then I did Mo's program, and for my 4th attempt, I actually had to move my date to 3 days later, which happened to be available 3 days later. Instead of taking it on a Wednesday, I took it on a Friday because I knew that I needed to complete Mo's program, and I still needed 2 videos and 3 quizzes left. So I pushed my date just to be on the safe side. And surely enough, when I went that Friday and I took that and I had that self-talk and I listened to the motivational speech and I listened to myself, my own recording of passing, all of that, surely enough, my computer shut off at 75 questions. So I am here to tell you, you can do this. It doesn't matter how many times you have failed. I was an A and B honor roll student in nursing school. I was so good. I was applied and honestly smart. But when it came to the NCLEX, I didn't know how to answer these questions. I don't believe that nursing school trains you fully to pass this NCLEX. They show you material, and that's great, but there is a specific way that you need to answer these questions in NCLEX. So I motivate you, I challenge you, go after it because it is you. If you've gone through nursing school, you can do this. Thanks.